Anyone have another possibility?
Jeffy can just give one to Tommy and then they'll both have 5.
Okay. Did you have another idea, or was that the same idea that Jackson had? Different idea?
I think that they can both take away if Tommy takes away 3, he'll have 1, and then if Cassie takes away 5, they'll both have 1.
Did you guys hear that one? That was a different approach. Did everyone understand it? If you understood it, tap your hand. If you did not understand it, tap your hand. Can you just explain that one more time? Because that was a different approach than anyone else mentioned.
So we have 6 and 4. If Kathy gives back 5 goldfish, then she'll have 1, and then if Tommy gives back 3 goldfish, they'll both have 1.
And then would that be fair?
Yes.
Would they be happy?
Well,
Okay, ready for the next one?
Wait. 6 and 4 make 10, and 10 is an even number. So Tommy could grab 5, and Kathy could grab 5, and they both have the same amount, so they can both have the same amount.
You guys have some really good thoughts going on. One more, Ethan, and then I'll show you the next one.
If you both take away all of it, they're both equal.
Because then they both have,
0.
that would be fair too. Okay, ready for the next one? Okay? Okay, ready? Fair, not fair. Fair and not fair. We have a difference of opinion here. Okay, so put the papers down and think what you noticed. No talking? You're thinking. Think time. Think time. Difference of opinion on this one. Can you share what you're thinking with your fellow athletes?
I think it's fair. It's fair. This is just like they put the
And so did you think it was fair or not? Okay, now please. 5, 4, 3. What did you notice? The new hands, Amaya. You said that they had the same amount. Did you notice how many they had? No, but you thought that it was the same amount. Okay, what did you notice, Vivian?
I noticed
Papers down.
that Kathy had 6 and Tommy had 6. So 6 plus 6 equals 12.
And does 12 have a significance to you? What's the significance of 12?
That Tommy and Kathy, if they both,
So you said they both, so if you added 6 plus 6, you got 12. Why is that important?
it's not really important. It's just that how much Tommy and Kathy had together.
Okay. What did you notice, Logan?
I noticed that 12, you could take it away 2 from 12, and Tommy could grab 5, and Kathy could grab 5, because take away 2 from 12 is 10.
And would that make it fair?
Yes.
Tiago?
I realize it's fair because Kathy has like 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and that equals 6. And Tommy had it a different way, and it was like this: 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, but it's the same amount because it's the same number, but just because of the angle doesn't mean it's not the same.
Anybody agree with that point? Just curious. Okay, anyone have a different noticing? Ethan?
I think it's fair because they both have equal amounts, and they're trying to trick you because Tommy has a different angle than Kathy.
So some kids, so again, we have a little difference of opinion. So let me just show it to you. Oops. Again, a little bit longer. If you look at it a little longer, does that change anyone's opinion? So hold up if you still think it's fair, or if you still think it's not fair. Did anyone change?
Fair.
Okay, so this time I see a lot of fairs. Hi, I'm Debbie Gorey. I'm a second grade teacher here at JFK, and you've just seen my students doing a lesson for math, and involved a lot of things that are included in the strategic coherence plan. They worked on some critical thinking. They were given 2 students who had a different amount of treats for a snack, and they had to first decide whether it was fair or not fair, and then decide how to make it fair. So it was interesting to see how they progressed through this lesson, starting with, if they had the same number, it was fair. And if they didn't, it was not fair. Now how do we make it fair? And some kids thought, well, if we take a snack or 2 away from one student, it would even it out and make it fair. And some kids thought, well, if I give another to the other student, that it would make it fair. What I really loved as this progressed was some students had, say one student had 4 snacks, the other had 5. Some kids came up with, well, if you take them all away, it's fair, because now they both have 0. And later on, they started getting even a little more clever as they collaborated and worked together and started thinking like, well, hey, if we give one 5 more snacks and the other 4 more snacks, now it's fair because now they both have 9 or 10, whichever number we originated with. So I was really excited to see that, and it was really hard as a teacher not to prompt them or steer them in that direction, but they really discovered this on their own. I had the kids working in groups of 3. I call them my mathletes. So there's a lot of collaboration and opportunity to talk with their friends and challenge each other with different ideas. So that worked really well, and I loved the adaptability as well that went along with this because they changed their mind as they went. Like it went from, well, if we take one away, it's fair, and then they started learning, well, if we give them more, we can make it fair, and they were willing to listen to each other and change their view and find that there was more than one possible answer for each of these problems. And some kids found this more challenging than others, and having the opportunity to work with somebody gave them the freedom to share and listen and feel successful. They really enjoyed it, and it allowed them to persevere through what could be complicated for some kids. Other kids, you could tell, really enjoyed it, really had that mindset of thinking outside the box, and it brought the other kids in too, to give them the opportunity to look at a problem in different ways. So I felt this was a very successful lesson. At the end, the kids were given the opportunity to do a problem on their own and or create their own problems and share that with each other as well. And then the kids each got the chance to answer each other's questions, and they really enjoyed that. So thank you very much.